smile came across Ryan's face reading the mail. After so many struggles, she finally found a new job. Mama, did you get the job? Kim Taehan, her 5-year-old son, whom she loved with her whole heart, asked. Yes, my little boy, thanks to your sweet prayers. I'm so happy, Mama. He hugged her tightly and she embraced him too with love. After the end of her relationship with Taehyung, her son was the only reason she was living peacefully. Now it's time for you to sleep. Tell me a story, as my son wanted. He lay on the bed and Ryan told him a story while massaging his scalp. Soon he drifted into a deep slumber and Ryan came downstairs to help her stepmother. Where is Unni? It's already past 10. Don't worry, Ryan, she'll be here soon. By the way, Mom, I get a new job. I'm so proud of you. Ryan bonding with her stepmother was amazing, despite she was the daughter of her husband's mistress. But after Mr. Shin and Ryan's mother's death, she adopted Ryan as her own child. Mama, Ryan, Shin Meena, the step-loving sister of Ryan, hugged them tightly as she met them after a long time because of her modeling career. I missed you guys so much. We missed you too, Unni. By the way, you look more gorgeous now. Thank you, my little sissy. Mrs. Shin noticed the ring in her finger and immediately held her hand. Meena, Mom, I'm actually engaged. The mother and daughter duo got surprised. Don't scold me, Mom. I just want to give you a surprise. Who is he, Unni? When are we going to meet him? He came with me. She looked at excited Ryan hesitantly, then called her fiancé. But as he entered with the flower bouquet in his hand, Ryan's smile faded slowly. He was Kim Taehyung, the love of life, and her ex-husband whom she left by herself. His eyes met with her for a few seconds, and the love, the care she used to see in his eyes was filled with only hatred. Mom, meet Taehyung, my fiancé. Meena, hello Mom, let's meet each other like we are meeting for the first time because I don't want to remember anything from past. His voice was sweet yet venomous that Ryan's heart ached, but she controlled over her emotions. Hello Taehyung, it's a surprise to see you again. She accepted the flowers, then looked at Ryan, who was still in a huge shock. Ryan, you take rest. You have to go office tomorrow. Yes, Mom. Thankful to her mother, Ryan looked at Taehyung, who was already looking at her emotionless, and went to her bedroom with teary eyes. Closing the door behind, she slid into it and cried silently since her son was sleeping peacefully. Why am I going through so much pain? It was hurting her the way Taehyung treated her like a stranger, but she knew the fault was only her when he loved her endlessly. She wanted him back in her life, but he came as a fiancé of her own sister. I never knew we'll meet like this. She silently lay beside her son and hugged him gently while letting tears to flow until her eyes turned heavy. Ryan was making breakfast for Taehyung while he was playing with Meena. Looking at them, her mind filled with negative thoughts and she accidentally cut her finger. Ryan, careful! She immediately took her finger under the skin, then bandaged her finger. I know Meena's decision is hurting you. It's not like that, Mom. It's just I'm scared for Taehyung. You know I can't live without him. I'll make sure Taehyung won't ask for Taehyung's custody. You can trust me and Meena. Ryan nodded with a smile, then all of them had breakfast. Then Meena put her hand on Ryan's hand. We are good, right? Of course, Unni. I wish you get all the happiness of your life. I love you. I love you too. I love you all infinity. All of them giggled and kissed his little red cheeks. Now say bye-bye to everyone. We are getting late. Bye-bye everyone. Don't miss me too much. He ran outside to get inside the car first and Ryan followed him with big smile, forgetting her problems. After dropping Taehyung to his school, Ryan entered the luxurious building where she got the job. Asking everything from the reception, she went to her desk and placed her needed things on it. Hey, are you new here? Yeah, it's my first day. Myself, Jeon Ria. She extended her hand with a smile and Ryan shook her hand too. Myself, Shin Ryan. Hope we get along. I hope. By the way, can you tell me who's gonna tell me the work? Actually, a new person will take place as a CEO, then we'll work according to him. Okay, both of them talked for a while, then they heard the announcement and left for the staff meeting hall to get introduced to their new CEO. Everyone was waiting for him, but Ryan's eyes widened, seeing Taehyung, and surprisingly, his eyes caught her too for a few seconds. The girls were drooling over him, and the guys were impressed too. Ryan was unaware what everyone was talking, even what Taehyung was saying, because she was lost in her own world. Girl, stop looking at him so much. You are getting obvious. Ryan came to her senses finally and blinked her eyes. Let's go now. After the ceremony, they all walked out and got back to work. The whole day passed, but Ryan didn't even see his glance and kept walking. Taehyung and Mina came to Kim's mansion to meet his parents, and they were definitely impressed by Mina. Finally, Taehyung finds someone who actually deserves him. Mina didn't like the way she taunted her sister and looked at Taehyung, who was having a meal silently. Mom, I think you should praise Mina without putting any woman down. But son, can we have a peaceful dinner? Everyone had dinner silently, then Mina came to Taehyung's bedroom with him. What should I wear? Check something in my cupboard. Okay. She opened his wardrobe, but there were only shirts, so she opened the other side for hoodies, but something shiny caught her eyes. It was a beautiful bracelet, but there was a letter Y and T, which made her realize it belonged to his past memories. Controlling her tears, she took out a hoodie and changed into them since he was in the shower. She lay on the bed while looking at the ceiling and rethinking of her decision. I don't think he forgot Ryan. Soon Taehyung came back in his comfy clothes and lay on the other side. He barely had skinship with her because it was true that he didn't move on from Ryan fully. His body stiff when Mina hugged him from behind. Mina, you're looking stressed. How about I release your tension? Her fingers were sensually moving on his hand, and in a few seconds, he hovered over him. Mina, I think, his words cut as he saw her removing the hoodie and immediately looked away, holding her hands. What's wrong, Taehyung? I don't want it. He looked back at her hesitantly, and thankfully she was fully covered. Why? What's the problem? Nothing, it just... You love someone? Taehyung looked at her silently, and with a bitter chuckle, Mina got up on the bed. Mina, it's not like that. Then why Ryan's bracelet doing in your wardrobe? Why you didn't tell me you still love her? Mina, I know I approached you, but could have told me no. You literally played with my feelings, damn it. She gasped when Taehyung held her both arms and pulled her closer. Did you forget that? I told you I am in my healing period and trying to come out of my past. You said I'm okay with it and help you with my love to come over from your pain. She went silent since he was saying the truth, but after months he was still the same. But I feel like you don't want to come out from that phase, Taehyung. It's been 6 years already. I'm trying, Mina. I'm trying hard and getting over her as far as I could. I don't know what to do anymore. We stay good, but something came in front of me that I couldn't help but doubt you. I won't pressurize you for anything and will support you in your decision. He hugged her, but Mina's eyes filled with tears when she wanted him to at least say to her to stay. I want to go home. I'll drop you. A few days passed to that incident, but Mina stayed beside Taehyung since she loved him too much. Now Mina was coming back from the shoot with Taehyung when she got a call. Yes, Mom? Mina, Taehyung got injured in the school. Ryan Ford is off and I'm out of town. Can you please pick him up? Don't worry, Mom. I'm going there. Cutting the call, she told Taehyung to go to the school immediately. What happened? My little nicey get injured. Taehyung was confused, but seeing her worried, he stayed silent and reached to the school. Taehyung? He immediately hugged her while crying as he got injured while playing. Nothing happened to my brave boy. Your Lolo is here. She carried his bag while calming him, and Taehyung, who entered the room, just kept looking at Taehyung as if he was seeing his childhood in him. Mina scooted away from Taehyung and wiped his tears gently when he noticed Taehyung. His eyes shined like a star and his lips spread into a big smile. Dad? His little feet immediately ran towards Taehyung and he hugged Taehyung's legs that he got confused. You came to see me, Dad? Taehyung's eyes widened and eyes filled with tears unknowingly. The warmth of the love he felt from him forced him to bend down and hugged him back. I found you, Dad. The little boy was so happy, so was Taehyung, because he could feel his blood relation while Mina was looking at them surprised. She never knew Taehan knew who his father was. Taehyung looked at Mina's moistened eyes, but now he wanted answers from her, and she nodded while controlling her tears. Taehyung smiled, pulling Taehan even closer to feel his son, whom he didn't even know existed. Soon they broke the hug, and Taehyung had a lot of conversation with him while Meena was admiring them, but his last question made Taehyung and Meena to look at each other. Dad, let's go home. Mama is waiting for you. But Mama at office right now, so we can go office and surprise her. He gave suggestions with his big smile, and Taehyung ruffled his hair. How about you go home with your Lolo and I give surprise to her just like I did to you? But I want, you are my good boy now. Let's come with me and take some rest too. Okay, bye Dad, come home soon. He kissed his cheek and Taehyung did the same, saying bye. Taeha took his leave and Taehyung too left for the office angrily. Vine was working, but her health wasn't okay due to period cramps. She always suffered a minimum of 3 days in such conditions, and right now the pain was killing her. But she continued. She never resigned from the job because she barely saw Taehyung, nor did he disturb her to show his frustration. But surprisingly today she could see Taehyung was coming towards her with rage. What's wrong with him? She was thinking when she felt his rough hold around her wrist and he dragged her with him. Mr. Kim, what are you doing? Everyone looked at them surprised, but Taehyung didn't care and dragged her inside his office. Mr. Kim, Her words scared in fear as he pinned her against the wall and caged her in between. Why? Why the hell you hide about Taehan? Tell me. Her eyes widened in shock. Answer me, Wine. You never answer my any questions, but now you have to. She kept silent and he held her hand roughly to pull her closer. Answer me, damn it. We already get divorced when I get to know about my pregnancy. But you can tell me later. I have full rights to know about my baby. God, how can you be so selfish? I swear I want to tell you, but you left the country and I have no trace of you, so I could contact you. She told him the truth and Taehyung understood too. When his heart broke by Vian, he decided to leave the country and started his life again, but his thread of memories is still connected to her. I understand, but now, please don't take my Taeha away from me. I want my son too. Please no, he's the only one I have. Please. Suddenly, darkness covered her eyes, and last thing she heard Taehyung's yelling. She is now fine, Mrs. Shin. It's just she took stress and periods cramp made her weak too. Thank you, doctor. Taehyung walked out with the doctor while Mrs. Shin held Meena's hand roughly. Why the hell you go to school with Taehyung? Mom, I was worried. And what's the problem of Taehyung knowing about his child? One day he will get to know anyway. You're such a fool, girl. Do you know? Taehyung wants his mother and father too. Have you ever think about yourself? Mom, we can solve this problem together. I can't believe you are taking this situation so lightly. Make Taehyung understand Taehyung is happy with Vian and after marriage you can give him a child. Mom. Her words cut when Taehyung came back to the room and looked at Vian. Why are you here? We can take care of her. Yeah, Meena, I'm going. Stay here tonight. I'm sure Taehyung would love it. Mrs. Shin glared at Meena but she didn't care and Taehyung agreed, giving last glance to Vian. Taehyung walked out and Meena followed him. Vian looked inside the door secretly and saw father and son were sleeping peacefully in each other's arms that her eyes filled with tears. Everything ruined because of a misunderstanding. I wish we could go back like before. She wiped her tears and came downstairs to have something since she was feeling hungry. She was cutting the vegetables when she heard soft giggles of Taehyung. She saw Taehyung enter the kitchen holding Taehyung in his arms. Mama, how are you feeling now? He came in her embrace immediately and she hugged him tightly to feel calm. I'm all good after seeing you. She kissed his cheek one by one while Taehyung looked at them with a smile. Why are you here at this hour? Actually, I was hungry, so we came here to make food, but you're already preparing something. You stay here and I'll make your favorite fried rice immediately. For Dad too. She looked at Taehyung and looking back at her son, she nodded. Taking out more vegetables, she cut them one by one while boiling some rice. May I help you? You? She chuckled unknowingly as he didn't even know how to properly make simple rice. I improved. Then make eggs scramble. He started his work but messed the area that Vine looked at him questionably. Improved. She repeated with a smile while Taehyung smiled too as the atmosphere of the kitchen turned light as if nothing bad happened between them. My family is complete now. Taehyung giggled with a little dance made his parents look at each other awkwardly and they continued the work. By the way, Taehyung, who showed my pictures to you? Mama, she showed many pictures of you and with her too. Taehyung looked at her, who was avoiding eye contact. And what she told you about me? That you are a good man and love me so much. You will come to us soon. And it's enough for today. Taehyung went silent and made an egg scramble. Wine, fried vegetables, put sauces, then boiled rice, and lastly the eggs crumbled. She was doing her work while pushing her hair back, which came to her eyes, but suddenly her body stiffened. Taehyung gently took her hair and tied them into a bun. She looked behind just to meet his emotional eyes, but immediately looked down. She always got affected by his touch, his closeness, that Taehyung could feel it too. Food is ready. Taehyung came to his senses and stepped away. She served them food and herself while having a moment with him after years. Unaware, Meena was looking at the perfect family with teary eyes. Taehyung was still sleeping in his room and everyone was settled on the dining area. Meena was holding Taehyung's hand as if she was showing off to Wine. It surely hurt her. Mom, me and Taehyung have decided something. What is it? We are getting married this weekend.